Hello again, Struck Quop. Welcome back to another evening of streaming with me, Struck. And we will be continuing. Why? Okay, there we go. I was wondering why it's not showing up the game footage. But yeah, we will be doing some more Torchlight 3. More leveling in Torchlight 3 on my Railmaster. I'm not sure why the game footage is not showing up. It should be. Come on, game, show up, show up. I was level 49 last night when I stopped streaming. And this still doesn't show the game footage. I'm not sure what I need to do to make it... show up. That's pretty strange. Okay, finally. Finally we've got footage. Okay, and Sky wants to play. He just had some food and he was begging me to play with him until a while ago. I guess he gave up. He was doing meow 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 meow, asking for someone to play and running around the room. Bad timing for him though. So yeah, let's go into the game and just a moment. And keep doing what we were doing last night. Some Fazier, post-story Fazier. This has been the fastest I've finished the story in a hero in this game. It took like a total of like 5 hours to complete the story with pausing to sort my inventory every few levels and to get some spare items. So I'm wondering how this would be when it's ready, how this build would feel when it's ready, geared up. I mean, Imbue Relic definitely helps a lot while leveling up. Having that constant stream of energy to use. And constantly having Vocalize Storm to smite nearby enemies definitely helps a lot. And having Flamethrower car from level 3 also helps a lot, which I'm assuming soon they'll fix this bug. But until then, it's something that people might take advantage of while leveling, while it lasts. Okay, I was doing Fazier stage, what, 6? Let's do the Undead. And I'm just gonna quickly move these events a little higher. Maybe like this. And there we go. So yeah, let's start with this and this. And the train. My resistances are still pretty bad, but not as bad as they used to be. But it's still shitty. I mean, I'm at 11% physical resistance. If that's not bad, I don't know what isn't. What is. So I'm gonna rely on kill them before they hit you strategy until I reach like some of the higher levels and I can equip some of the spare items I've got for the higher levels. Kill them before they hit you sometimes works. At least I've got the damage reduction shields and stuff. The damage reduction shield from Hammer spin. Okay. I will be very happy if I get a gauntlet map soon. Goblin gauntlet map would be great.
Can't cast that here. That spell cannot be cast.
Come on, come on. And Satisfy the Grudge says, Hombre muchacho. Welcome back, Satisfy the Grudge. How have you been?
Can't use that skill.
Okay, this map's done as well. Almost, but too much time.
Here.
Okay, let's keep moving. He's not entertained. Alright, go sleep, Sky. Go back to sleep. I'm not gonna bother him anymore. Let's get him to keep sleeping. Oh, you finally see it. You mean the cat? Yeah. He's kind of resting now, as you might have noticed. Okay, I think it's time to start building some more defense if I can. And Separator says, how are you? Pudding Lime says, hi Pudding Lime. And Separator. Separator says, Twitch is acting slow for me today. Sometimes it happens, I guess. Thankfully, I'm streaming on 2 platforms in case one is slow and the other hopefully isn't. Have I got room
Pet is back.
for items? I think I need to go and visit my Wobby storage. No, stop clicking on random things. I'm just gonna put some random stuff there. Maybe this as well. Making room. That's what I'm making. Making some room. I don't need this, and I think we're fine. Seriously, no room for the boots? Well, maybe here. No? Well, let's keep the boots with me, I guess, for now. And do the next Fazier map.
Well chosen.
Okay, Bernie, Zappy, Sam, or Roger. I'm gonna do Roger. Because I know I've got a little bit more electric defense then fire. So seems like a good choice to me. Gotta zip up that hoodie. There you go. I'm wondering if I should do a few bosses for XP, or whether it would be better to just do maps. This boss gave me like 200 XP for a few seconds. 10 of those bosses is kind of like a level. There's a lot of loading going on though. If the loading screens weren't that long, I would have actually done some boss fights for leveling. Okay, we're getting more defensive, better. Oh, even better. How's my defense now? 17 physical percent damage reduction and 48 electrical. Okay.
I did not see that. Your pet has returned. But can you do it with one arm?
Oh, goblins, and it's Gearwalkie. Let's see. Taking a while. We can just swing on our chair and make some squeaky noises from the chair. Well, Cauldron at the very beginning, pretty nice. OP gaming chair. Gaming chairs are actually just a hype, that's all they are. An office chair is much better for your posture and for your spine than a gaming chair, especially for the shoulders. See, all the gaming chairs have the same stupid design with those things here preventing freedom of my shoulders, and they're kind of clustering my shoulders tightly together instead of allowing me to kind of stretch my back a bit more. I don't see who came up with the idea that every single gaming chair needs to look like a fucking racing chair, racing seat. So they're taking looks over functionality, and it would be nice if they made a gaming chair with a mesh on the seat for breathability. Mesh on the seat, mesh on the back, double mesh. That would be much better than this racing car BS that we've got right now with gaming chairs. Hopefully they start making useful stuff soon. But yeah, right now I can't recommend gaming chair to anyone who's thinking of getting a chair, of spending a lot of money on a chair. Okay, not sure what's there, but let's try and kill it. Like this. If only the screen would, if only the environment would become transparent in places like this. But yeah, when I did get this chair of mine, it was promising that it would have good lumbar support And it does have something that you can configure here. It's like a bump that you can make it bigger or smaller, more pronounced or not, but that's barely enough as one burst support. In fact, that's not enough at all. But that's what it offers as one burst support. Oh, I should have swatted some defense on the other boots. I'm gonna remember to do that. It's hard to tell if 1000 volt burst does anything to my train car. I think it does. I think it makes it attack quicker, but it's very hard to tell. It's not like a skill that I use that I can check myself on the dummies. But I do think the casting speed does help flamethrower car attack quicker. Next time I'm gonna stack it with... have I got the little general swatted? Yeah. I'm gonna try and stack the 50% with the other 25 for 60% cap. And that should tell me... it should be easy to tell if it really does anything or not. Okay. There we go. What's over here? Any elites? Any champions? Yes, that's it. Oh, and I forgot I have some skill points to spend. Maybe more 1000 volt burst for now. Was that the last one? There's one more left. Hopefully it's over there at the bottom of the map. Otherwise I would have to go back to the beginning if it's not there. Yeah, I have to go back to the beginning, unfortunately. Just paying attention if 1000 volt burst made my flamethrower car and my flying pig's spirit attack quicker. It didn't seem like it made them attack quicker. Yeah, I don't think it makes them attack quicker. So maybe 1000-volt burst might be not needed in the build. And I would probably be better off putting something else in that slot. We'll see. I will experiment with this and that. Kind of disappointing that casting speed does not affect my minions. Make them attack quicker. But I still think I need to do some more testing. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but it does affect them. I think it doesn't affect them because it considers them attacks, not casts. That might be something to consider. Because here this skill gives me attack speed for train cards, not casting attack speed. And this one also gives passive attack speed. So I'm assuming the train's attacks are not considered skills, and the only thing that probably would become quicker would be the things I trigger, the active skills. The train active skills should be the ones that get affected by casting speed, but since those have super ridiculously big cooldown, having casting speed is kind of pointless for those. But here's the thing. Using the active skill makes it attack a few times with the boosted attack. So maybe it does the boosted attack quicker for a few seconds after using the skill in question. Succeed. Why did the wife bound not work? I'm having desync issues again. Every day there's some problems with the server and with the desyncing. Come on, game. I think it's stuck.
Your pet has arrived.
What's my ping? Why is it wagging so much? 108 milliseconds ping. That's so much more than my usual 40-50 ping. And still, oh, finally it unwacked. Finally it realized that. You like my fort? Thanks. So, do I get chance to shock or freeze with extra damage? Either of those is a good thing to take. I guess for now I'm gonna go with the chance to shock.
Well chosen.
Oh, gauntlet. But that's kind of a shitty gauntlet because it's automatons. So probably not even worth running it, but let's see. If I like the respawn rate, I'm gonna spend some time there. Just a moment. Is Kai still sleeping? Yes, he is. Okay. It's not letting me use flamethrower car. I'm spamming it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's so finally let me use it. I mean, how many times do I need to press a skill for it to actually detect that I'm pressing it? The servers have been dying ever since the Xbox Pass. Actually, ever since the sales on Steam, when the community grew a little, I've been seeing a lot of desyncing and lagging on the European server. I haven't tested switching to a different server, because I'm not supposed to do it unless it's really necessary. But I don't think it's gonna improve if I switch to the non-EU server. And yeah, it's been happening since around the 20-something of December. A lot of desyncing, lagging, rubber banding. It's not as bad as it used to be during early access, but I mean, waiting for like 10 seconds before the game realizes I've actually pressed the button to use a skill. Sometimes, and the thing is, it's not even all the time. It's spiking. It's on spikes. Sometimes it happens, and then it's not happening, and then it comes back. As for what they meant by quasi, my guess, as I said multiple times already, is there's probably gonna be some reworks to some classes, and maybe that's one suggestion of mine. Another suggestion would be a new class or a new subclass, which is highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely if for a new subclass to come this early after launch, or a new class, even less unlike. Even more unlikely is for it to be a class. Subclass is a little bit more easy to believe, but still, I think it just reworks to some classes and to some subclasses, maybe some rebalances and stuff like that. I would love to see a Cold Heart rework and a Sharpshooter rework. And the Sharpshooter doesn't need that much of a rework, to be honest. She just needs changes to the adventurer skill system to no longer overwrite each other when using one and another adventurer skill. If they do that, then it's gonna be in a very good place as a system. New gear sets, I mean, we've been getting new gear sets for the last 2 updates. We got one new gear set with the update before last, and we got one new gear set with the last update. They're gonna run out of models, because they recycled 2 sets already. They recycled the class set as the winter weave. You can see, just change the paint job, which I don't mind. As long as I get new items with new legendary skills, I don't mind repainting. They also recycled the arc powered to give us ancient ember, and that's another thing I don't mind. So the things that are left to recycle are skittering and woods beast. Once they recycle skittering and woods beast, they would run out of things to recycle, unless they recycle the same thing again with a third paint job. But again, as I said, I'd rather get a recycled set and with new paint job quicker, as long as I get new legendary stats, instead of waiting longer for them to design new models before getting the new legendary affixes and bonuses. Even if they have to reuse a skin as a placeholder until they design a new skin, I wouldn't mind it, as long as they keep giving us new stuff. But I think what we need is ranged pistols, not ranged pistols, I mean legendary pistols and rifles that are not sharpshooter exclusive. I think that's much more needed right now. Legendary rifles and pistols that provide some fun legendary skills, and that are not exclusive to the sharpshooter class. Because right now every single legendary pistol and rifle is sharpshooter exclusive. So it's gonna be nice to see more variety in this regard for the items. Okay, let's see.
Oh, so tough.
Ooh, Goblins Gauntlet with Savage. This would be a fun map to run. Let's see what this map brings in regards to XP. How many levels will I get in this map before I get bored and leave it and start the next one? Already starting good, greeted with a bunch of them. Waiting me at the entrance. That's the type of respawning I like. Yeah, this map would be good for my XP. I love those map layouts with goblins as gauntlets. I can probably stay until level 53 in this map. $53 is reasonable, like getting 2.5-ish to 2 and let's say 2 levels in the map is reasonable. Okay, let's see. But yeah, if they've just started working on the new content recently, we won't be seeing that until maybe 3-4 weeks. Maybe even more than 4 weeks, maybe 5-6 weeks after they posted that. Oh, no! Fuck! Don't. Nice. Thankfully I could return to this map. I want to keep farming XP. I don't want to leave the gauntlet map. I mean, it's a gauntlet map with goblins in a laboratory layout. Obviously worth farming. Good thing I could come back to it. Would have been a bummer if I ended the map this early without getting at least 52. So the XP is great. The XP is pretty great. I'm already halfway into the first level. Where are the respawns? I guess this way. And they respawn here, nice.
Spell here.
Get some more respawns. Okay. Maybe I should just let them respawn and come back to them instead of waiting for them one by one to show up. Oh, this is a nice spot. Alright, let's go this way. Did any of them respawn? Almost 52. What's the time? 8:53 p.m. local time. So we've got enough time to farm some XP. My guess is for the remaining time I can probably get to 56-7. If I get to 57, that means level 60 items, which is pretty nice. Come on, come on. Any response? Oh, this is nice. More respawn here. Already 488. For a full, like almost a full WAP. A full WAP, probably clearing from the end to the beginning or from the beginning to the end, is around 600 XP worth, I guess. They weren't ready here for a respawn. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think they're done spawning here. What about downstairs? I haven't seen any of them respawning here. Maybe there isn't a respawner active there. Just the initial spawn, and since then I haven't seen any reappear from that spot. And Azurafield says, sup, welcome back Azurafield, welcome back. How you doing? Let's keep going. Choo choo zap zap. They stopped respawning. Okay, there we go, back into the respawn game. Bubbles here. Those get stuck. Let's get rid of this metal deposit so they can come to me when they spawn. Although it's probably still gonna prevent them from moving. Zerofield says, I'm fine, thanks. Seems like they finally removed the extra enchantment slots, but yeah, they removed the extra enchantment slots, but you still retain the stats until you re-enchant the weapon. So it's still a bug. But you're not supposed to get those extra stats or those sockets. So eventually, with the next update, expect for them to fix maybe this glitch where you still retain the stats from the extra sockets, or maybe completely remove the system if they're ready with a new one to replace it. I'd be very happy if they remove the power creep from the items and put it elsewhere where it's not connected to gear how it's supposed to be. This invulnerable goblin. The XP is slowing down a little, but let's hit 53 and then go out of this map and into a new one. I know it might be boring watching me run back and forth in the same map, but those are the best maps to level up. I don't think I would be leveling quicker if I were to end this map and start a new one. And then start a new one and so on. That's the whole purpose of gauntlet maps. No drops, but good XP. Zerofield says maybe I'll get lucky enough to roll a legendary offhand with 3 times flat damage, as that would equate to the same total. Not. Well, getting this lucky is kind of, I don't know, if someone gets this lucky, he won. He won the game of RNG. If someone gets this lucky to get 3 flat damages on a weapon. But again, we were never supposed to be this overpowered, and that's why people were just breezing through the content with those overpowered weapons and overpowered defenses as well. It's not just the weapons that were super strong. We were getting a ton of defense. They should actually add some sort of a system where we use materials from the gathering, from the resource bundles for more than just forts. Because right now we're piling up on those resources with not much to do with them. Like, how much have I got from those? 10,000 tier 2 wood, 9,000 tier 2 metal, 9,000 tier 2 stone. I mean, that's kind of silly. And I've got nothing to do with them other than fort stuff, but I'm not that much of a fort player, because I just don't have time for fort. I'm too busy leveling builds, making builds, leveling relics, making content for heroes with certain classes and subclasses. It's hard to find time to do fort stuff, to slow down and chill and do some fort stuff. But for some people that's the best thing to do. Some people just don't care much about testing new builds and new heroes, and just level 1 up, use it to farm gold and materials, and then do fort stuff. It's pretty great, to be honest. Being able to offer people who like the fort stuff so much in the game is pretty nice. It's gonna be even better if they add a second fort zone, not basement, but an actual second fort instance where you enter and it has a separate increased limit, build limit, which doesn't impact the loading times of passages when your fort gets put into a passage, but it's separate from the actual fort. It's like a fort inside the fort, a private fort, maybe one can call it. And that would not impact performance, and they can unlock the limit and increase it, or quadruple it maybe, for people who love to do that. Maybe make it a bigger playing ground than the actual fort. But that's gonna be good to see later, when we have endgame. Fort stuff shouldn't be that big of a priority until we get more endgame to actually kill stuff and farm stuff. And K-Dono 04 says oh no, K-Dono 04 says, when is the video on this build coming? Well, whenever I'm ready with the leveling and gearing up, so it could be 2 days, it could be 3 days, it depends. Because I still got some other videos to make before this one. Someone requested a slammer build for the God Drinker Railmaster. Then I also want to make an electrified sharpshooter 2.0, because I've been postponing that electrified sharpshooter 2.0 for a while. And maybe next week I can start working on the footage, not the footage, on the content for relic skill showcases. So if I make this video this week, what day is it today? Wednesday. So let's say Friday, Saturday or Sunday, depending, whenever I feel it's ready, I can make this. And I just leveled up, so I'm gonna leave that map. Since I'm using Vocalize Storm, those relic energy gains are kind of not needed. So what do I get? Shocking display maybe? Do I get crit damage? Crit chance. Actually, I have the crit chance. Oh no, it's from shield car. I'm gonna do this actually.
You can't cast that spell here.
I'm gonna get extra damage first and then worry about some other things. Let's keep swinging. I'm not sure if you're hearing the nasty sounds that my chair is making. I need to lube it up. I need to grease it up. So it would stop making those sounds. I keep forgetting though. I don't even know what needs to be greased up. I need to see where that sound is coming from when I'm tilting back and forth, swinging front and back. I'm level 53, meaning I can wear up to level 56 items. So most likely I've got stuff to equip that I couldn't equip before. I'd rather go for more defense for now, so I'm not gonna change. But this is actually pretty fun if I decide to use Conjure Electrode. The same goes for arc powered legs if I want to use shock bolts and get more damage on those. But I already tested and confirmed that shock bolts damage does not increase the damage of shock bolts from skills like lightning barrier and Conjure Electrode. It only increases the shock bolts from chance to shock procs. Mm-hmm. 56 skittering boots. That's an upgrade to my currently equipped. And since I made some room, might as well put that there. Oh, this is nice. Okay, upgrade number 1, upgrade number 2. And now I'm at 14% damage prevented. I still am not good enough for ridiculous. I still rather stay on normal with this shitty defense. Otherwise I'm gonna be a walking one shot. ADUK says I'm having trouble respending my points since I have 4 respect tokens available. What do you mean you're having trouble? I can't understand that. Do you mean you've used them, or do you mean you have them here? Like, is it here or is it in the inventory? Like this, for example. Like, is it that type of respectacle or is it that type of consumed respectacle? And what's the problem with respecting them? Like, which 4 points on which build? And Zerofield says, do you happen to know if the snow and Viridian dice for your style station are only unlockable in certain acts or are bound to gear quality? Grey, green, blue, legendary. Not sure. I think for now every single die got unlocked. The original plan was to unlock dice as drops. To find dice. That was the original plan. But I think they just made it so that we have all the dice unlocked, and maybe in the end eventually they would add some special dice. I see those 3 dice though. I see those 3 dice, but I've never found them. I think they didn't add them. I think they're not in the game. If someone has obtained those, share the knowledge how you got them, because I honestly haven't gotten those dice, and I've been playing for a while since the update on different heroes, different types of content, story, non-story, different acts. So maybe they just forgot to add them, and maybe we're gonna get them with the next update, who knows. But yeah, the plan is for us to be unlocking dice as drops, and maybe with contracts. But for now I guess we can't. We'll see though, we'll see how it goes. It loaded. Okay. It loaded. But yeah, AD, I still don't understand. I mean, I understood you meant consumed respectacles, but which skill, what's happening? Are you saying that you can't use them? Those 4 respectacles, it doesn't allow you to respec? Are you saying that you don't know where to use them? On what things? And gentle little Pookie Bear says hello. Hello, gentle little Pookie Bear. And AD activated Hydrate earlier, so let's do it. Gotta keep us hydrated. Well, you can use them if you go to your skill station. That's the only way you use respectacles. You have to go to the skill station, and then it shows up over here, this button. So you have to go to your quest skill station. If you have them here as red skill points, spectacles, then you just need to click on the skill you want to respec. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm saving respectacles, because there's gonna be a lot of builds to make on this quest subquest combo. Gentle little Pookie Bear says, have you ever played the Torchlight game before? Yes, I've played Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2. I've played Torchlight 2 with mods. But it's been a long time since I last played Torchlight 2. And when I played it, it was with mods, like with a huge mod pack. It was called Draco's mod pack, which included synergies. Let's keep going. Oh, we're moving on to the double HP. I need some damage for that double HP map. I'm gonna wait a little until I get some better gear. Is there a gauntlet map here maybe for XP? Okay, let's do this one. Netherwell Infamous Berserking Goblins. The second one without mods is a good game, but with mods it's a great game. And this one is in the same kind of situation. With mods, this game can become amazing. It can become a great game to play. Without mods, there's still a lot of stuff. I mean, this game right now lacks endgame variety. It only has the Fazier and that's it. It has the Secret Alpaca level, but it's not worth doing for the Secret Alpaca level because they added stupid gear power creep in the Fazier, which make the Secret Alpaca level worthless to run for farming. So we need more endgame activities. We need that power creep removed from items and added separately. And we need more improvements to the pet system, such as stances. We need so many things to improve, such as the itemization system needs some changes, like respecking affixes, rerolling affixes. And thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Struck Club to you. It is appreciated. But yeah, there are some things that this game could use as improvements, and I mean, if someone feels like modding the game, they can mod it right now. Yeah, it's not officially supported, but Torchlight 2 didn't get official mod support until the game was already modded. So this game being on Unreal Engine, probably if someone really wants to mod the game, they would find a way to do it without official mod support and stuff like that. I can't wait to see what modders can make for this game. But the first mod, I always say this, the first mod I would like to see is a multiplayer mod for the offline version. Once we have multiplayer mod for the offline version, we can have a lot of good stuff coming using that mod. People using that mod to to make mod packs with their own mods. So someone can make classes as mods, someone can make subclasses as mods. But as long as we have a multiplayer mod for the offline, we can play modded multiplayer, and that would probably motivate more people to play the game modded. Right now, knowing that you would only be able to play single player the mods might be very demotivational to some people. Because Torchlight 2 we could play multiplayer with mods as far as I remember. Unless memory doesn't serve me well and I'm misremembering. See, Grim Dawn, you can play it with mods, and you can play it in multiplayer. But that's because the saves are vocal, which means everyone can cheat if they want to, or use things like Grim Stash and so on. This game, to protect us from cheating and from unfairness, saves the multiplayer heroes on a server, on a database or whatever. And that's why we can't play mods. Even if mods existed, we won't be able to play the multiplayer until someone makes a mod that enables peer-to-peer multiplayer or lobby-based multiplayer, whatever you want to call it. That would be great. I would love to see such a mod in this game. And I can call you Pookie Bear. Okay. Good to know. Do you like Neverwinter? No. I've tried it back in the day, and then eventually I returned a few years later to it. And it just too MMO-ish. I mean, I used to be a huge MMO player. I used to play every single MMO that came out as a closed beta, open beta, etc. I used to play them all, but I just don't feel like grinding anymore. When I was a teenager and in my early 20s, I was okay. I used to love MMOs because I was a PvP freak, and I didn't mind a little bit of extra grind as long as I knew I could do some PvP later. But now I kind of don't feel like doing much PvP unless it's balanced, unless everyone is on equal footing. And this is where MOBA games feel balanced to me. Games like Dota, like Smite, where you don't have account levels that give you extra strength, and whenever every game you start at equal footing with your opponent. If your opponent has spent thousands of hours in the game, their only advantage would be experience in regards to playing this hero more than you and being better at rotating, but that's pretty much it. They don't have stronger heroes because they spend more time playing the game. They don't have better items at the start of the game. So everyone being at equal footing, that's the type of PvP I like. And that's why I kind of am not a big fan of MMOs nowadays. Guild Wars 2 did it amazingly well. It separated the PvE gear from the PvP gear. And everyone was on equal footing. And they could just make a separate PvP gear. So I think Guild Wars 2 really did well in that regard, separating the competitive from the non-competitive. But then there was World v World, where PvE items actually mattered in the PvP. I think if they made World v World with the structured PvP items, it would have been better and more balanced. Although it would still have been a Zerg fest, because that's what it was, a Zerg fest. Whoever was with the Zerg would win. It was just a Zerg pushing everything, and the bigger the Zerg, the easier to win. It was kind of a competition regarding which server would get more players online at the same time. There should have been some limits in regards to that, in regards to how many people can be online in a World v World instance, and they shouldn't allow more people than maybe, let's say Team 1 has 20, Team 2 has 30. It shouldn't allow more than 22, 23 from the other team, and from the third team. If one of the teams has less players, it shouldn't allow more on the other side to log in to compete. It should probably put them into another node or whatever. But again, right now I'm not a fan of imbalanced PvP. I do like every now and then going into a MOBA game, or even a shooter game like Paladins. That's like a mixture between a MOBA and a shooter. And that's kind of my type of PvP. But Neverwinter had a lot of interesting things, but in general it's a pay-to-win game, one way or another. And it's typical MMO with a lot of grind required. I'd like to keep my chance to shock. Although I really need a stronger weapon. Come on game, give me some cosmic items. I really need some cosmic level 50 something items. Mostly the chest and the helmet, that's what I need. Toxicity Rose is back, says power level you. Well, this game doesn't have a real power leveling. And yes, I don't play Path of Exile, it's too punishing, it's too grindy, and there's too much RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. And then there's grey market. I can't support a game that has grey market trading. People trading items for real money. There is so self-found. I understand that there's so self-found, and in those leagues you can trade, and that's good, that's balanced. But yeah, I just can't support a game with such amount of trading, and it's so punishing. I'm gonna be vulgar here, but it's too indistinct. Dying in Path of Exile, you lose your portal. Out of your 6 portals, you lose 1 portal, and then on top of that, they stick another up your bum by making you lose XP. Yeah, sorry, but that's not fun for me. I don't like being DP'd in the same hole. It's not my kind of way playing games. Let's see. It's lagging again. Oh, finally it unlocked. You joined the Discord. Okay. Is it not assigning the role to you? If it's not assigning the role, I can assign it manually. Yeah, I see it. Pookie Bear. Let me. There we go. Gave you the Struck Club member role. Normally there is a bot that does it automatically when people react, but sometimes the bot is dead. And until it wakes up, it's not assigning roles. Let's collect some gear bundles, by the way. Maybe I can get something nice out of them. As for Diablo 3, there's a lot of good things and again a lot of bad things about the game. So Path of Exile and Diablo 3, I do respect them for some of the good things they've made, especially Path of Exile. Every season they're coming up with some creative, new, innovative idea, and that's good. And they're pushing the industry to make new stuff. So I do appreciate that, and I do respect them for doing this, but I did enjoy the game much more during the alpha, beta, closed beta, open beta days than I do now. And for Diablo 3, the thing I like the most about Diablo 3 is the respec item reroll system, where I can change the affixes of one item. This is the thing I like the most about it. I wish every other game had this type of rerolling, so you're not a slave to RNG. You're not whipped by the RNG, and sometimes RNG just is so terrible that you can spend months trying to get that one item with those stats, and you're still not gonna be able to get it. You might get 100 versions of that item, and neither of those versions would be the one you want with the stats you want. For example, I might want a Frost Wall with defense, and then block chance, and then another defense, and then maybe elemental defense, and maybe some more block chance, and then a socket. and that might never drop for months if I'm unlucky. Or let's say I want a Glacier Sedge or a North Wall at level 60 with some damage at the top and then 2 types of damage at the bottom and maybe some skill levels to Flamethrower Car or maybe another type of flat damage at the bottom and then a socket. See, this is, it's just I could wood thousands of this sword. I've actually done it from an NPC with the Winterweave items. On the test server there is a cheat NPC, you can talk to it and it could give you items. And there was one new cheat NPC that would give you Winterweave items. So every time I would talk to it, it would give me Winterweave items. And I abused that NPC as much as I could just to prove how bad the RNG is. When I was gearing up a build on my Forged, I probably wooded 150-200 chest pieces. And it took like 200 chest pieces just to get one of the 3 affixes I wanted. To get the damage to Slug Shot, I think, or it was Critical Mass, I can't remember. It was damage to a specific skill. And I just needed a Winterweave chest piece with that damage to that skill, and it took like 200 just to get that one affix, and that's 1 out of 3 affixes. And that's on an NPC that gives you the item every time you click on it. Imagine having to drop this item randomly. This is just gonna be so grindy. So grindy. So that's why we need a system like Diablo 3's rerolling. Where you can at least try and get the affixes you want on the item. Because not only do some items have super bad chance to drop, like the Molten Reach. Ever since the game launched I haven't gotten Molten Reach or Tenderizer. I don't need the Tenderizer, it's not an amazing item in my opinion. But the Molten Reach is so fun to play with on a Dusk Mage. And since the game launched in October, I still haven't obtained that one item. So not only is it hard to get items, but then even if you do get those items 100 times, 200 times, even 1/3 of the stats you want on them, let alone all stats you want on them. And it's just not fun, it's boring. You can't get the stats you want for a build that you're trying to do when it's too grindy. Maybe I could put it that way. If I wasn't making content and I wasn't committed to this game for life, because I've decided some time ago, I probably would not be playing it right now until they fix and address the things that I mentioned. The terrible RNG stacking, the bad fuzzier power creep bonus. But right now, at least I try not to think as much about the bad stuff, and I try to enjoy the good stuff, hoping that eventually the bad stuff would be removed from the game and they would add some quality of life changes. So I try to play it my way by switching heroes often and just making more builds. But yeah, there are certain things that just pretty much play and make the game hard to enjoy. If you start thinking about those things. And Diablo 3 definitely did it well when it came to rerolling. Last Epoch did rerolling decent as well. Yeah, you can break items, but you can try and make a blue item into a pretty strong yellow item, starting from scratch, starting from 1 affix on the item, going for 4 affixes and leveling those up. Using materials. So Last Epoch is a good example of a game that did it differently than Diablo 3's rerolling, but still has a way of letting you put the affixes you want on the items you are wearing, with a chance of course to break the item and to not be able to upgrade anymore, or to break the item and just lose it. So there is a risk there, but it's pretty decent. I really love it how Last Epoch did it. Although they're gonna be making some itemization changes, I still haven't read their blog post from a couple of days ago or so. I probably should read to inform myself of what they're planning to do. But yeah, this game definitely doesn't have power leveling of any type. For now. I don't think it ever will get any type of power leveling. The best type of power leveling is to take a level 60 hero and to probably run with the Wobby and help them do their story by giving them waypoints and by one-shotting everything in your wake for them. Because even if you boost a level 1 or level 2 hero to level 60 in the Fazier or in Mapworks, they still need to do the story to be able to do their own Fazier stages. So they walk the end game behind completing the story for every hero. And I'm not a big fan of this. I think you should need to do it once with every class. So I do it once on Railmaster, Duskmage, Forged and Sharpshooter. Then any other of those classes I make after doing it once shouldn't need to do the story. We should be able to skip some stuff when leveling out. I think it's fair enough to ask people to do it once per class and to also include class story. We need to have quests specific to the class. So when I'm playing on Railmaster versus Forged or Duskmage or Sharpshooter, I get different class story quests. So alongside the main story there should be class story to give the class some identity, something that gives us some background on that character. How did it end up here? What does it mean for this guy to be here or gal? Why are we doing what we are doing? And what's the class's purpose? there's a line in a Japanese movie that Vinnie Jones start in. And he kept saying, what is your purpose in life? And I guess that's the thing that they need to answer for each character with some personal story quests. And I think you just need to walk the Fazier behind the personal story of that class. And you do the personal story once on Railmaster, then every other Railmaster you create shouldn't need to complete it anymore to do the Fazier. And the personal story should end around level 45-6, where you're expected to have beaten Act 3. Maybe it could be done in the same places where you do the regular quests, but just the side quests. That would be pretty nice, having something like that in the game to expand upon the war and upon the quests. I like how they've done it with that game. What's its name? Whitebound. Whitebound had pretty interesting way of introducing personal story. It wasn't completely walked to specific missions, but you still needed to do specific maps. You could be max level and you could still be doing some of the earlier quests of the story because you didn't complete them before. But yeah, it was pretty nice. Imra Hale says, Truck, hey bud, how's it going? How's Railmaster Electrode? Is it good or better builds for... Well, it's very good. It's super strong. It's the fastest I've completed the story. It took me 5 hours yesterday and the day before. 5 hours in total to finish the story of the game. Act 1, 2 and 3. And this is the fastest I've done it. Normally it's like 8-9 hours. Depending, and I wasn't even doing it as quickly as I could because I was taking time to make a break for items, to take some items from my storage. So it could have been quicker. Gentle Pookie Bear says you've beaten this already. Do you mean the Fazier? I'm never gonna beat the Fazier until they change it. It's just boring, it's more of the same. The monsters become stronger, my items become stronger. It's the exact same experience, whether I'm fighting max level Fazier or the lower stages. It's the same thing, the only difference is 1 or 2 extra affixes, and that's it. 1 or 2 extra affixes, that doesn't give me... I don't get wood when I'm pushing the Fazir, I don't get guaranteed legendary items every 4 levels or every 12 levels or every 15 levels or whatever. Ideally I would be getting a blue bundle, then after 4 levels another blue bundle, then after 4 levels legendary, then blue, then legendary. Every time I complete a mini boss from the Fazir for the first time to unlock a checkpoint. So that would be my ideal way of getting rewarded, and ideally we wouldn't have this boring challenge bonus. We would have a more mature system, more advanced system as a power creep that's not connected to items. Something that I've said it many times, it's a system that I would like to see similar to the Legendarium, but for the Fazir. And where you're not unlocking items, but you're unlocking some buffs, some stat boosts. And you can select the stat boosts you want from the ones you have unlocked. And as you progress further, you get better and better stat boosts, but you have a limited number of stats you can select from those.
Support systems repaired.
And Imrahel just subscribed. Thank you very much, Imrahel, for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Struck Pop to you. Thank you very much. And let's answer his question. Oh, nice. Is it better than the other builds for Railmaster like Bane and Fire? Equally good. See, I explained it yesterday, but the damage on this build comes from either this skill or this skill or this skill, but also from procs like Lightning Strike. On Bane, the damage comes from the minions, from the train. So in here I do get damage from my train, but I also get procs. On Bane I don't get as many procs, I only get Spread of Death, which is not as much damage. So on Bane you're maximizing the damage through your train cars. On Flaming Destroyer it's kind of similar like this one. You get a lot of damage from the trains, you get decent damage from the Flaming Destroyer skills, the equivalent of this and this. So Blazing Pure equivalent to this, Sword Smash to this, and the Aura equivalent to this one. So that's a source of damage, and then you have procs. You have Firestorm, you have Magma Burst, you have what was the other one? The sword, the Falling Swords, the tier 1 bonus of Summoning Smash. So with Bane you're getting more damage from your train. With the other builds you're getting decent damage from your train, but also decent damage from your relic active skills and from the relic procs. Whereas with Bane you don't get as much damage from relic active skills. It gives you more survivability, it gives you more defense. Miasma gives you defense while you have it, and you can have it up at all times. So it's just a slightly different way of playing. Still feels like the same build with a different flavor, different sprinkle, different topping, maybe. But yeah, I think with Electrode and Flaming Destroyer you have a little bit more diversity. Bane, Railmaster for train, you only have Miasma. If you don't take Miasma you're losing a lot of damage. With this guy I can go Walk-Away Storm, I can go Chaotic Strikes or Conjure Electrode. Either of those would be fine as a way to get damage from my relic. The same goes for the Flaming Destroyer. Either of the 3 skills is okay to combine it with a train. So it's kind of it's more flexible, maybe. We can say it's more flexible. But it's definitely a great build. I'm playing on normal. While leveling, until level 60 I play on normal. Because if I don't play on normal I'm gonna get one shot at myself. Look at my defense. 6,000, 13,000, 10,000, 10,000. Because I've got some low level items. This is 34, 29, 29 but 0 defense on it. Then the rest are 50 something. This is 31. So obviously with this little defense, I'd rather stay on normal while leveling up. When I'm level 60, actually when I'm level 57, I can equip level 60 items and then I can go to Ridiculous and play there. For now my priority is on XP rather than on wood and fame. But you saw, with this defense, I'm gonna get one shot on Ridiculous. And that means I'm doing all of my damage here. On Ridiculous, this boss would have been taking only 30% of my damage. So if I was doing 100 here, I would be doing 30 on Ridiculous. So it still would have died quickly, but it would have been a bit more risky for me. I could sacrifice this this damage to flamethrower car. Get some defense. Come on, stop giving me the same thing. Come on, 3 times in a row HP, 4 times in a row HP. This is bad RNG. So bad. That's why I'm not doing double HP maps yet. I'm gonna do double HP maps later. For now I'm going for something that's gonna be quicker to kill. Let's see, what's Sky doing? Sky? Oh, he's turned the other way. Where's he going? I'm trying to see his face. No, okay, I saw his face. Probably the lights are too much for him sometimes, and he turns his back to them, so he's in the shadow. If I could try and make something so that he can stay in the shadow but still face this way, would be nice. How do you know you're ready for Ridiculous? Well, I know based on my defense. When my defenses are 40% or 45% physical and maybe 60 of the elements, I would say it's ready for Ridiculous. I mean, you want at least 40% physical defense and ideally 60% of the elements. Not defense, but damage reduction from the resistance or whatever you want to call it. I can't tell you exactly how many thousands of defense that equates to. But yeah, those percent numbers. What's set now? As I showed earlier, right now I have 16, 29, 24, 32. So this needs to be 40, 45, and those three need to be around 60,000. 60%, not 1,000. 60%. At level 60, I'm giving you at level 60 how much I think is needed. At any level, if you have those numbers, you're gonna be fine. If you get 45 for higher physical and the rest like 60 or 60 plus. Obviously the more the better. It's not like I can't do Ridiculous. If I go into Ridiculous now, I can still do it. I'm just gonna have to be very careful not to get hit. And no matter how careful I am when there's some ranged enemies, or when I just don't see the enemy coming, I will get one shot. And I kill stuff quicker here, so the XP is fine. Let's get that one pancake, come on. Nerd Gamer Jer says, hello mate, hi Nerd Gamer, welcome back, nice to see you again. Imrahil says, yeah, I dial what on it, though it was normal. Might try normal. Is there a difference in XP between the levels? Not direct difference. So indirectly, I'm gonna explain after this map indirectly how you can get more XP. Actually, I'm gonna explain it now. So on Ridiculous, you get more champion spawns. So more purple, green and yellow enemies. And since champion enemies give you more XP, you do get more XP, but you also spend more time doing the maps because it takes longer to kill stuff. So whether it's more XP per hour, it's debatable. It's probably more XP per map, but you take longer to complete a map. So it kind of evens out. It's not like it's not doable, it's just boring, especially on certain builds. Certain builds are a little bit easier to do Ridiculous on, especially if it's your out. If it's not your first hero and you have some items for the Legendarium and you just do it the right way and you get lucky with good drops. Fame is useful because it equates to more wood and to more Respectacles. And you get triple the fame on Ridiculous. So Ridiculous gives you 3 times the fame of normal and practice. At least of practice. I don't know about normal, but I've compared practice with Ridiculous. And on practice, a purple enemy gives me 25 fame. And the same purple enemy pack would give me 75 on Ridiculous. So 25 versus 75. And the green ones would be 50 versus 150 fame. That's without Infamous, just the standard fame drops. So you get 3 times the fame. So you get more rewards because you get more fame, and that gives you more gear bundles and it gives you more Respectacles. But I couldn't care less while leveling about that. Because if I want gear bundles, I can just farm them later when I'm level 60. Yeah, it does help when you're leveling to have some gear bundle every now and then, every few levels to open up a bundle or two. The Respectacles are nice, but again, I can buy Respectacles with gold. So if I really need Respectacles, I can just go farm at level 60 some gold and then buy Respectacles. And that's fine. But it is useful. At level 60 it's very useful to get some of that stuff. If you want to respec a lot. So what do I keep?
Your pet has returned.
It says my pet is away, but it's not. Those bugs, man, those bugs. The bugs keep bugging me. Let's see.
Another day, another dungeon.
But yeah, I have a specific way I prefer to level up.
Your pet has arrived.
I've got one of those at home. You know, in the bottle.
I'm gonna avoid spiders and take zombies. Nerd Gamer says, should I play Ridiculous from the beginning or to lower the difficulty? I'm playing Forged Blood Drinker. Well, see, this is entirely up to you. You're gonna be doing the story quicker on a lower difficulty, but you're gonna lose the bragging rights. You're gonna lose the cosmetic thing, the badge. This thing people can see next to your name. And they would know this character is played on normal. So they see the lowest difficulty played, not the hardest, the lowest. If you've only played Ridiculous, they're gonna see the Ridiculous badge. If you go back to Painful, they're gonna see painful. If you go to hard or normal, they're gonna see the hard or normal badge there next to your name. If you care about this, you can stick to ridiculous if you really want people to see that you've never played on other difficulties. Or if you just like the purple golden badge of ridiculous standing next to your name, which you don't even see unless you open your inventory, but others do see it. I personally prefer lowering the difficulty. Something like hard is probably a good challenge to level up on. But it's always good to just, if you're gonna lower the difficulty, maybe go to painful, see how it goes. If you think it's too slow, then go to hard. If you think that's still slow, then then go to normal. Between normal and practice, you're not gonna see that much of a difference. I still think practice needs to be much easier than it is. But yeah, it's kind of almost the same as normal. I barely see a difference between the two. This build has been steamrolling while I've been leveling it, because I was getting very lucky to get specific items to keep the set, to keep the Imbue Relic set going. And Walkaway Storm has been just one-shotting while I was leveling up, one-two-shotting everything. But again, I was getting very lucky and I was focusing on damage rather than survivability. And I had Flamethrower car at level 3 because I swatted in the Legendarium the Cosmic Helmet, which is pretty good. If you get an early drop of the Cosmic Helmet, you can equip skills such as Flamethrower car and Shotgun car that you normally would need level 20 and 15 and 10 to unlock, and so on. That's a bug. Enjoy it while it lasts, but it's not gonna last forever, being able to equip skills that you haven't unlocked, but you have extra skill points in those skills. By unlocked I mean, you see there's a walk over here. Until you reach level 20 this would be walked, until you reach level 15 this would be walked. The same goes for those skills, like a padlock. And that padlock indicates that you're not gonna supposed to use that skill until you reach that level. But with items that give you +1, +2 all skill levels, etc., you can actually unlock those levels as early as you get the item. Separator finished Forge Blood Drinker on Ridiculous, and now he's doing the Electrode Mage on normal. Well, it's gonna be a big difference, because Electrode Mage is definitely much better DPS than a Forged Blood Drinker. Probably not as good survivability and much squishier, but definitely a much more damage. Does the boot? What do you mean boot? You mean Imbue Relic? Yeah, you can keep it up at all times if you play it right. If you have the shield, the Frost Wall for the cooldown. If you have Frost Wall and Glacier's Edge, or Frost Wall and what's its name, the other thing, the North Mace, then you definitely can keep it up all the time pretty easily. Right now, as long as I have enemies around me, for those 45 seconds cooldown, if I'm constantly hitting enemies with Walkaway Storm, I would never run out of energy. The moment I stop hitting enemies, it starts draining super quickly. But the Ancient Ember Boots, really great item. Imbue Relic, it's amazing. Even at 60 seconds, it's still pretty good to use it while leveling up, so that every time you go into a boss room, you can immediately use Imbue Relic, fuel your energy, like I'm gonna do now. Let's just wait to show you, and then you can use Walkaway Storm from the get-go, like this. And that does help in the story mode. Smokey, the bear, I'm gonna read it in a moment. Smoky Tabare or Taber. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Struck Club, and sorry for butchering your name if I did. I apologize for butchering that nickname. And yet, it really is appreciated, Smoky. Welcome to the Struck Club. Let's just keep playing with the skittering boots for now. And I can probably go to double HP monsters. I don't have enough damage to sufficiently quickly kill them, but maybe it's time. Let's drink some. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this as well.
He's back.
Maybe this one too. Oh, and I can level up this one now. Okay, let's try a double HP map, see if it takes too long to kill them. Oh, Gauntlet. Okay. I'm gonna do the Gauntlet. After I get level 57, getting level 60 items would be pretty nice. I can take the items from my other Railmasters, from the Blood Drinker and from the Bane ones. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Nice. If those keep respawning with those numbers, let's put the train into the mix for some extra damage. And using Kimbu Relic really helps you activate Liu General for extra damage reduction, and even casting speed. If you have the set right now, I can't get the casting speed. I don't have the I don't have the set sword / shield, but that's gonna be the idea. To trigger that. I guess I don't need the casting speed as much, because I don't think the train active skills. I don't think not the active, the passive. I don't think the regular train car attack is considered as a skill. So casting speed doesn't help. I think the only thing that becomes quicker is when I do this. When I activate those become a little quicker with casting speed. But I didn't notice when I get this 50% casting speed for the train to attack quicker. This is good XP on this gauntlet. It's a small gauntlet, but still enough respawning.
You can't use that skill.
See, I'm gonna activate it now. Now let's pay attention. Does the train attack quicker? Doesn't seem to be. this makes me wonder about now that I've geared this hero a little, leveled it up a little. I wonder how the performance will be. Just a moment, let me switch my MSI Afterburner just to check my FPS. Control Alt O, Control Alt P. Which one was it? Control Alt O, Control Alt P. Is it Alt Control O, Alt Control P? There we go. Oh, the FPS is not looking great. We'll see. I'm capping it at 60. I'm V-syncing it at 60. But yeah, Electrode normally is the biggest culprit behind FPS drops. It got to 46 even. Can I get it down to 30? I guess I don't have enough enemies around me. If I had like a huge wave of enemies, maybe getting it that low could be doable with all the shock bolts and things. But they kind of die before I can trigger that many of those things. 43, okay, we got it down to 43. I've also noticed in the fort the FPS drops when you're in the fort. Imrahil says this engine number boots drop at any level or only level 60. Level 46 plus. Ancient Ember and Winter Weave, as far as I remember, were level 46 plus drops. So the monster needs to be level 46 or higher. Although there are items that only drop after level 60, that's the Bone Razor, which makes no sense to be able to get a Bone Walker at level 1 and 2, but not a Bone Razor until 60. Molten Reach is a level 60 item, and there were a few more. I think maybe the Tenderizer might be one of those that are level 60 items. There was a list in one of the patch notes. I keep forgetting to make a video about those, so people know what drops at what level. I just haven't found time to do that and I keep forgetting, but I'm gonna try and make it soon. If I get the Molten Reach, it would be amazing, so I can finally make a video and show that item in action without needing to use footage from my old videos from before launch, where I had that item. Otherwise I'm gonna have to recycle some old footage from my old builds. I'm gonna reach level 60 and not 60, 56 and then exit this map. Do another one. But yeah, I think I can reach 57 today before the end of the stream. It's 10:05 PM. And I've got time until maybe, let's say, midnight. Maybe a little bit after midnight, we'll see. So I've got time to reach maybe even 58, we'll see. 57 is definitely on the table. Maybe I should just do another map. This one started getting slow to respawn. There we go. Okay, here we go. I think, yeah, let's leave this map. They started respawning with very big intervals, and it's not worth it staying in it. Final group here, and then off to the boss fight.
Your pet is wounded.
What do you mean for any class or only? It's for any class. Ancient Ember is not a class specific set. The only class specific sets are Cosmic set for Railmaster, Mountain King for the Forged, Musketeer for Sharpshooter, and Celestial for the Death Mage. That's the only class specific set. See, you can easily tell by just going to the Legendarium and clicking on class specific. This one and this one non-class armor, meaning if it's in non-class, then every class can get it. If it's here, that means it's locked for your class, whether it's a weapon or an armor, it's for that class. Unless I misunderstood the question. And you're welcome, enjoy it. And Chat Neri says, what are your pet skills? Oh, my pet skills are crit chance over healing, zoomies, because zoomies synergizes very well with the Dryad neckband and with the token of invigoration. Faster attack speed of the pet means more pet hits per second, meaning more chances to trigger this and to trigger this. And then I'm using the damage one as well. If you have enough crit chance, obviously you can replace this with whatever else. This one's kind of broken, this one's broken, this one's broken, and this one's broken. This one I can't tell. I tested it, my pet was evading with or without that thing, without any evasion from items. So I'm not sure where the evasion comes from when I don't have the skill on. This one definitely works from the new ones, but those are the new skills, those 3 and those 4. Maybe another one is coming here soon when it's ready. Come on. Here, stretch a bit. There we go. You don't have any issues running pet skills on the owl. What do you mean issues running pet skills?
Your pet has returned.
You can use the pet summoning skills if you're using the snow owl. You mean those? The summon flock and assemble? Let's try them. They were broken earlier. This one worked, but those didn't work for me. I'm gonna try them and see. Maybe they only work on specific pets only. So snow owl. I'm gonna test it with this pet, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna go to the snow owl and test with that one. But look at how broken it is. This one is 2 pets, 50% of your damage, 50% HP, 12 seconds. This one, 2 pets, 50% of your damage, 50% HP, 12 seconds. This one, 4 pets, 50% of your damage, 50% HP, 12 seconds. So this is 2 times as strong as this and this, and they have the same cooldown, 30 seconds. Maybe they should lower the cooldown of this and this to maybe 20 seconds. This and this being 20 seconds and this being 30 seconds would make a little bit more sense. So if it works on the owl, that's good to know. Let's do goblins. Actually, let's do this one. Some high hit.
Inside the portal, please.
skills works whatsoever if I'm running a wolf. Ah, you mean no skills at all are working when you're running a wolf? That's strange, because I've never run a wolf for longer than a few minutes. I wonder if it's a matter of four-legged and flying. Maybe it works on flying stuff and not on ground pets. I'll see. I'll pay attention if there's any summons. See, my pet should have summoned something by now. We started fighting, he's fresh in cooldown. He should have been using the things. Whether it's four-legged or bipedal, he should... Oh, he summoned something. It summoned the flock. It summoned the 2 owls. What about a Sambo? Is a Sambo gonna work? Are we gonna see a Sambo? It's still the owl only. It's only... Oh no, it's a Sambo. It's the alpaca and the other thing. The alpaca, dog and owl. But that didn't seem like 12 seconds. Did they just get destroyed super quickly? Or is it just me? So they've actually fixed with that patch last week or this week, they've actually fixed 2 things that were not working before. Maybe I was using pets that were broken before when I tested them on stream, but it definitely works now. Not as much as I would like to see it triggering. In fact, I've only seen proccing each of those once. And there's been a lot of time for it to trigger those skills. So, okay, there we go. Sambo procced the second time. And now... It's just a Sambo. It's not doing summon flock. Let me remove a Sambo. And let's try this one. I think it was just doing a Sambo. I don't think I saw it doing 2 owls. I saw 1 owl and I thought it might be summon flock, but maybe just the one from the Sambo. This is not an add-on, it's a different software. It's called MSI Afterburner. MSI Afterburner has a lot of things. It's not just the GPU and FPS. It can show you all sorts of things. I can try and show you in a moment. I can try and link it so you can see what options it has. But look it up, MSI Afterburner. But don't overclock your GPU and then blame me if something breaks. Because it's a software for overclocking. You don't have to overclock, you can just use the overlay. So be careful what you do with MSI Afterburner. It's an overclocking software, so just keep that in mind. I don't want you breaking your GPU and then saying Struck told me to install Afterburner. He owes me a GPU. So I've warned you there. Careful what you do with that software. There's other software to show the FPS. You don't have to use MSI Afterburner. There was another one, FPS Monitor, whatever the name is. You can try and use that one. Afterburner just has a lot of nice customization. It has this graph. I love the graph there, where you can see the spikiness in the FPS and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not doing summon flock, so only a Sambo works. This one doesn't work, and this one doesn't seem to work, although it's hard to tell on an Electrode build. I wonder if they fixed this one. Let's test it for a little longer. Last time I tested it was broken. I'm gonna see if I can show you MSI Afterburner window capture MSI A. Okay. So this is MSI Afterburner. And basically you click over here at settings, and then it opens a new window which I need to add so you can see it. So it opens this window, which, just a moment, I need to add it. It's not showing it on the screen. This window, that's the window it opens. And over here, let me just put it here. So over here you have certain things you can change. I think it's over here on screen display. You decide the hotkey, and then under monitoring you decide what you want monitored. And there's so many things you can monitor. All of that is things you can monitor, like RAM usage. Do I want RAM usage? Do I want it to show in on-screen display or not? If you want it to show in the on-screen display, you click this, and then it will show it here once you confirm. So I don't need it, but yeah, you have to do it. You have to click apply, and then it will see that there it shows you RAM usage. I'm using right now 15 gigabytes of RAM with my browser, my streaming software, the game, and everything. I've got 32. And there's all sorts of things you can check, like core clock, for example. And it shows me the core clock. Okay, enough of this. So it's good if you want to do some benchmarking while playing games. Maybe you have some new hardware and you want to test certain things. It's a good software, but definitely be careful not to kill something with the overclocking, not to kill your GPU, because it is an overclocking software. I'm just not using it for overclocking, but yeah, you gotta be careful. And this is crit chance and defense and elemental defense. $200 damage or chance to shock. I'm gonna pick chance to shock.
Oh, so tough. So decisive.
Your pet has arrived.
Oh, gauntlet goblins, nice. Give me the XP. Where is Sky? Sky? Oh, look at his paw. This is how he sleeps. This thing here. Not sure if you saw this. Yeah, actually you're seeing this. This is his tail here, and this is his little foot. That's actually pretty nice how he's sleeping. Okay, now it looks like he's passed out. The way he's standing. Let's see. Oh, train. We're missing the train. This is actually a very good design, very good level layout, not design, layout for gauntlet maps. Because there's a lot of density and spawns in this map, and it's a long map. You can keep moving. It's not one of the best for gauntlet, but it's a decent one.
You can't cast that here. You can't use that skill.
Okay, here. I went the wrong way. Should have just went that way. Wait, my train. It's invisible. There we go.
You can't cast that spell here.
Oh, look at that. Oh, so many. Give me that XP. Yes, yes. So nice when there's so many respawn.
You can't cast that here.
Okay.
That spell cannot be cast.
How's the XP? 400. Already got 400 XP in this map. I think that's pretty good number. Although it is 10% of my level, so kind of after level 55 it becomes very boring to level up. It takes unnecessarily long. I love the old XP rates when it wasn't this grindy, but then they changed them and made the final 5 levels super grindy. You used to only need to do 1 map per level in the Fazir, maybe 2 at the final levels, or 3. Now you need to do much more than that. And you need to actually really go hard into those gauntlet maps and keep running back and forth. But it was nice. By the time you finish the stages in the Fazir and reach level 60 enemies, you used to be level 60, and it made sense. It felt nice the way it was. Now if you keep pushing the maps without taking a break and repeating certain stages, you end up finding yourself fighting enemies 4, 5, 6 and more levels higher than you. And that results in you unable to use potions, because it drops potions you can't use. Which first, it shouldn't be a thing in the first place. You shouldn't be required to have a certain level to use a potion that dropped at that level. But it is a thing in the game right now. Wrong way. I don't think there's any here, right? I want to go a little bit back. Oh, there we go. See, there's some respawns here. That's where they were hiding. Come on, come on. If only the Winter Weave shoulders worked on this hero, I would have been using that for mobility to teleport, to blink left and right. It would have been amazing for maps like this one. Did they respawn there? Few of them. Let's go back to the entrance maybe. I like that the mimics also respawn. It's fun when you see a mimic respawning in the place where it used to be. Let's go here. Okay, there we go. There we go. 1000 XP from this map so far. Let's go a little bit down. Maybe spawn here, nice. Okay, that's good. If they keep respawning in this place, I guess they won't. Oh, no, they will. Let's find point B. I normally like sticking between point A, point B. Maybe point B can be here. Although that's not clever to do it that way. I need point A and point B being close to each other so I can run from one place to the other, kill one group then the other as they're respawning. Maybe let's go forward. I don't scratch the green screen. He was stretching and his hands, his nails got stuck to the green screen. At least it's a cheap one. 3 meters by 3 meters. It's just some fabric, and it costs like what, 30 euro to get it, including delivery. So it's not that expensive. Pretty cheap green screen actually. I don't want to end the map though. I really don't want to end the map yet. I want to get at least 2000 XP and then I can end the map. It's becoming slower with the response. Maybe I should go to the beginning. I wish we could enter the boss room from any place in the map, not only from the portal. Like, as soon as it spawns this portal, we should be able to just go to the boss room from, for example, here, to press something and to bring that portal next to me. That would encourage players to keep killing in a map even after they've reached the boss, if they want to fully clear a map that doesn't have respawns, and just enter after that without needing to return to where the portal is. Would be a good quality of life feature.
What's that here? You can't do that. You can't cast that.
No, there's a lot here. I guess I'm just not gonna finish this map. I'm gonna exit through the entrance and go back to my fort through there.
You can't do that. You can't cast that spell here.
Oh, there's a lot here.
You can't cast that.
Right, let's exit. I guess the light is too much for him. I guess the light's too much for him, that's why he's squinting with the eyes. But when it becomes too much, he turns the other way. Or goes to sleep on my bed. I've made something like when I start streaming, I've added something on the lamp. So my lamp is like it has a ray, and I've added some sheet of paper to block the light towards my bed, and I've also added something like a mini building with my duvet before I start streaming, in case my pet wants to go somewhere where there is no light. It's making a shade over there where he likes to sleep. I guess if it's too much for him, he can go and stay there. Alright. Let's see. Some Fazir challenges are buggy. Yeah, still. Some are probably still buggy. I had a problem yesterday, I think, with one of them. But they fixed a lot of them. I think apart from that one that was buggy for me yesterday, I haven't seen anything since that final patchlet. Let's push this. Let's push the... I'm gonna avoid spiders. And the one that was buggy for me was spiders. There just weren't enough spiders to kill melee spiders. I had to kill melee and ranged, and there weren't any more melee spiders left in the map. And I think it was a problem with the map, not with the quest, but the map. The map didn't spawn enough enemies because it was a very small map. It didn't have enough spawners. I guess that was what was broken. Let's see. Come on, come on. And they're beefy here. My damage is definitely not enough for level 59 enemies with double HP.
What's that here?
And here. Come on, keep showing up. Just like that. Oh, look at how many.
Can't cast that here. That spell cannot be cast.
Okay. Let's keep moving this way. And now this way. Right, there we go. Few more left. And we're getting 57 very soon. Like 1000 XP left roughly. That means level 60 gear very soon. No, fuck. Well, might as well just finish it. I wanna wait for this though, so you're gonna have to wait. Should have just returned, killed some more. Okay. This one's very beefy. They made them so strong, those witches, in regards to HP. Even with double HP, still takes a while to kill. But yeah, my gear is not for level 59. My item is 56, so definitely not up to speed. Oh, 59 Glacier Sedge. Nice. I'm losing the chance to shock and shock boats, but at least I'm getting Glacier's Edge on. It's terrible DPS, but not so bad. More defense, nice. But the drop rates yesterday, I was getting so many legendaries while leveling, while doing the story yesterday. I just couldn't believe it. Sometimes like a monster drops 2 legendaries, then the boss drops another, then the chest drops another in one map and things like that. It was crazy good yesterday. If only we got those drop rates in the Fazier, the same ones I was getting while leveling up. It should be raining legendaries with such bad RNG in regards to affixes on the items. Okay, now this is down to 30-second cooldown.
Your pet has returned.
Oh, and that means I can do freeze.
What will it be?
Let's do Strive. Strivigi. Strivo. Can we get him bursted down quickly? It's double HP and it's a zombie, but it shouldn't be harder than this witch we just killed. Well, if I only used my train on time, it wouldn't have been harder. Kind of messed it up. And now it's not letting me use my train skills. Great. Okay, it's finally letting me use them. Is anyone else experiencing this, where the game forbids you from... it doesn't allow you to use certain skills and you keep pressing them, but it's not letting you use them? And then a few seconds pass and then it finally lets you use them. And I'm talking about skills that are not on cooldown, skills that are ready. Like this one, my flamethrower car was definitely not on cooldown when I entered the map. It's been happening on my sharpshooter as well, with things like revolt or some other skills like that. Sometimes it would happen with Imbue Relic. It's pretty weird. I don't know what causes it. I don't know how to replicate this. Damage versus goblins, that's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, I'd rather wear the shield for the cooldown reduction and swat the doom pipe. Which reminds me, we're getting very close to level 60 items. Then I can probably transfer some from the Bane and from the Bloodrinker Railmasters. The Bane Railmaster is a train setup right now, so it should have some train related items. Let's just go get that level. It's not letting me click on it. It's swagging. Let's see my ping. 50, that's okay, so it's not the ping, but something's happening. It was desyncing.
Think they made a cutscene for that one?
Not sure I like those. Let's do this one.
Choice.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping. Come on, load up. At least I've got something to do while it's loading. Silver lining of the loading screens being this long in this game, at least I can give Sky some petting every now and then. Oh, look at that, for 1 second my HP went down to half. This blazing map will be painful with this defense I've got. I'm not sure I can even survive this map. How's my defense? 18% physical, 25% resistance to fire. Ah, move, move, move.
You can't cast that here.
Okay. I'm gonna kill some more. Alright, let's go finish the map and get some items. Good. Now let's have a look at the storage. I'm probably just gonna replace some of the items from the, what's its name? From the Bane train setup and just transfer them. Okay, Donu says, do you think they should add higher difficulties? I don't think so. It's boring having non-stop new difficulties. It's so boring in Diablo 3 that they keep adding new torment levels. There's nothing boring than boring power creep. That's lazy. That's lazy development, just to keep adding torment levels and give people a challenge that way. So I really hope they don't do something similar here. So I've got the 57, 58, 59 and 60 skill points. So that's 4 skill points. Where would I want to put those 4 skill points? Crit chance, or attack speed for train cars, or shocking display? Maybe shocking display. I definitely don't want this bonus, because it's pointless to get it with Imbue Relic in the mix. The same goes for Energizer, and the bonuses here are pretty much useless. Maybe this one is fine, but it's only 10% now. I could try and get this boosted, but yeah, I think I'm gonna... get shocking display 4 levels. And that reminds me, I need to remove some stuff from here. I need this and this so I can put my gear there from the other hero. So this needs to go someplace else. transfer time. I'm gonna transfer the full inventory. I'm gonna transfer the full inventory of this dude, except the pet stuff. It's not letting me port to the fort. Now it is. Bugs, glitches. Ugh. What's the time? 10:53 p.m. We've got like an hour. A bit more. What do you mean not yours? It's mine, mine, mine. It's still loading maybe? Finally. Oh shit. This is arc powered. I need cosmic. Otherwise I can't use the Liu General. Well, maybe I can play it without the Liu General for a while until I get level 60 cosmic. I really need a level 60 cosmic breastplate. This is my must get item. If it has flamethrower card damage, even better. Ideally it will. But yeah, I need one at level 60. Even without flamethrower card damage, I'm still gonna use it if I can. Okay.
I've got some stuff if you need it. See you later.
Come on. No, I have to equip. Well, if I lose 5000 defense and keep my cosmic, I'm also losing a bit of crit damage and flamethrower card damage. But 5000 defense, is it gonna make or break it? Oh, it's gonna be terrible for my physical, and that means terrible for the others as well. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So I'd rather lose the Liu General. I'd rather lose the Liu General for now, that 25 damage buff and damage reduction and casting speed, and for now I'm gonna have to do it that way. But at least I've got some defense. Oh, that means there's an empty skill here. Should I put this? I don't like the cooldown. It's too long and it only lasts for a little. See, the duration of this is... I can't even see the seconds, it doesn't say. It says short time and then twice as long. So it's like what, 15 seconds duration? Let's see how I can play with this. Maybe it's not gonna be that bad.
Oh, it's you. Oh, that one.
Any gauntlet maps? Come on, give me a gauntlet map.
That's interesting.
This one's nice. But I'm not playing on ridiculous though. Keep in mind I'm playing on normal right now. I'm not even playing on ridiculous, and I was leveling up as well. And if you want it to be hard, you can just reach the final stages of the Fazir. The final stages of the Fazir, see, the Fazir becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. It's very boring because they're only giving the monsters movement, speed, damage and HP. Instead of making them smarter, and instead of giving them more affixes, such as like special monster affixes that only drop on the higher difficulties and things like that. They are giving them more affixes for the whole map, but I'd rather see more affixes on the elites and smarter behavior of the monsters, instead of just giving the enemies more stats. There's nothing more boring than giving the enemies more stats as a challenge. It's much better if you make them behave differently, and if you give them some interesting skills, make them use more active skills while they're playing on a harder difficulty, make them use less skills while you're fighting against them on a lower difficulty. I think the best way to design a game is to design the highest difficulty, and then to start designing the lower difficulty by nerfing the highest difficulty. Instead of designing the easiest difficulty and then bumping up the stats and stuff like that for the higher difficulties. And I think AI should be what distinguishes one difficulty from the other. Smarter AI makes for a more challenging game than just more stats. But yeah, in games like those, people don't really care much about the AI. They just always give us more stats in those games, in the Wooter hack and slash isometric ARPGs. Zero Field says it seems like I'm not shown any player forts anymore. Only, yeah, I also see 90% of the time I'm gonna see generic adventurer forts. It's not just you and your friend. 90% of the time I'm seeing some adventurer fort. Very rarely would I see an actual player's fort. It would have been nice if the generic fort at least had some Tree of Luck. That I can use to get some buffs for gear work. Frostwoe, level 60 Frostwoe, a new one. Oh no, that's not level 60, that's level 59. But it's with a socket, definitely shitty, because 5000 defense. Oh, and this chance to poison, I need to make it chance to shock. Meaning I'm gonna nerf my... I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna keep this for my Bane Master with chance to poison. And maybe I can take this shield that just dropped and try and make it... But I'm losing 5000 defense if I use this one. I really need to... I think I had another socketed shield, another socketed Frostwall somewhere in the storage. That I can make chance to shock.
Cast that here. Cast that here.
come on. But yeah, I normally don't switch to ridiculous until I'm level 60, because I like the quicker kills and the quicker XP gains here. Token of rapid bartering. Please tell me it has attack speed and cooldown. Attack speed and cooldown, please. Attack speed and crit damage. Okay, still better than what I'm using. I'm gonna put this in the storage. By the way, what about this shield? I really need a frost wall with chance to shock. If I sacrifice some defense and equip this one, but that reminds me. Look at the FPS in the fort.
Your pet is back.
Let's try and get chance to shock, but the good one. Yeah, of course it's not gonna give me chance to shock. I'm gonna waste all my gold coins and it's not gonna give me chance to shock. But chance to burn 2 times, chance to poison it gave me, chance to chew multiple times, chance to bleed it gave me, finally. Finally chance to shock. It's not the best, but it's okay. Definitely can't compare to 44% chance when this one is 35, but it's a 59 item after all. I'm not sure if chance to shock doesn't by default have lower numbers. Maybe it has lower numbers. Okay.
Hey, if it isn't all, what's their name?
Oh, dividing goblins, nice. This is good for XP. Dividing. I just don't know if dividing goblins give me XP after the division, or maybe just the basic ones. I can test it now at the beginning of the map. If just the basic goblins give me XP, or the clones, the divided ones as well. Oh shit! My cable. Just a moment. I need to fix a cable that fell off. Okay, fixed it. Now. I wanted to check if the divided goblins give me XP. Come on, divide them. I want to see them divide. One 724. My XP is not moving at all. What the hell? They give me less than 1 XP per kill here. That's pretty strange. So I killed this group. This whole champion pack group didn't give me any XP. What's happening? Is dividing a map that doesn't give XP? Yeah, I'm at 1724. My XP is not moving. I think dividing maps don't give XP. Maybe for balance reasons they decided to make dividing maps not give XP, which means I don't need to do this map, I can leave it. I'm not here for gear, I'm here for XP. They should make this clear, unless I misread something. It doesn't say that I'm not gonna get XP. Maybe it says it and I'm just not reading it properly. Let's see. Wait, look, my XP now moved. What the fuck? What the actual fuck happened? Like, I wasn't seeing the XP, but now there was actual XP gain. And why was there no XP gain inside the map, and then when I went out, my XP went up? So it does give XP, it's just glitchy, it doesn't show it until you exit the map. This is finding bugs every day. At least it's not broken. At least it's just visually broken, but not actually broken. I'd rather have this way than the other way. Two to 1. 2 to 5. It's very hard. I need to pull one goblin and get to kill it and then divide it, and see if the divided version gives XP. I wanna do it for science. I think they do. Yeah, the divided ones also give XP. That's good to know. Let's start leveling now. Okay. Come on. There should have been some spawns there, next to those crates. Any here? Did I miss any goblin dinners on the way? Hopefully I didn't, so I don't have to get back. Okay. Look at the XP going up. Did it get stuck again? I think it got stuck again. I'm kidding, but oh, now it's fixed. I think that's it. Come on. Spawn more, spawn more.
Your pet is hurting.
This map should get me to 58.
Cannot suffice.
And Nochni is saying, hey, oh, hey Nochni, welcome back.
You can't cast that spell here.
Did I clear this? Oh, there's a bot over there. Let's get those here and then get the other ones. Okay, okay. XP, XP. Good XP. Few more left in this map and then boss time. I think the goblin dinner that I need to get is actually on the beginning of the map, so I have to run all the way back there.
Can't cast that here. You have gained a level.
Ah, there we go, goblin dinner here.
You can't do that here.
Right, off we go to the boss fight. So what have we here? Not much drops when it comes to legendaries after beating the story, after starting Fazir. I'm wondering if Mapworks would be a better case if I go and do some Mapworks portos. But yeah, this is kind of almost ready for a build video. I'm missing a very important piece of equipment. A level 60 cosmic breastplate, but even without that I can make a build video and just mention that you don't want to use this but rather use the cosmic breastplate, and then over here to put instead of the cosmic breastplate the Mylio general focus item, and then the final 2 skill points that are gonna go into this skill. So I'm probably gonna play and stream tomorrow this build, although I'm gonna make another video tomorrow for a different build, because it has been requested. But this one is most likely gonna come in the weekend, Friday, Saturday. some of those days. Most likely on Friday. But if it doesn't come on Friday, that means on Friday I'm doing another build. I've got, as I mentioned, the Slammer Blood Drinker build. I need to rework it. Someone asked for an update of the body slams. And I do have one more recent, but it's still kind of a little bit outdated. Then I also need to make Electrified Sharpshooter 2.0 finally. It's been fermenting in my what should I call it? Hero stash, hero roster. It's been staying there ready for the build video for the past few weeks. Just haven't found time to do it. Decided to do Combustive before it, but they're pretty much the same with slight changes and different relic. So if I make this video on Saturday and then on Thursday, tomorrow, I make the Blood Drinker Slammer, and then on Friday I make the Electrode Sharpshooter, I guess that's a good plan. And then I need to start making content for the relics, the showcases of the relic active skills. Someone asked me if I can make something like that for the relics. And I'm gonna make for everyone except Cold Heart. I'm gonna wait to see if Cold Heart will get some changes, so that I don't have to remake the video a few weeks after making it. So I'm gonna wait. Cold Heart would be the final thing on the list of quad skill and sub quad skill showcases. Okay. 900 XP already, that's pretty great. Okay. This map's kind of tricky to keep the kill streak going and keep this up. And you see, they're not dropping many pancakes. We've got, what, 3 of them so far? I'm gonna do this way first. Come on, it's gotta be better in regards to drop rates with pancakes. I should have 5 or 6 by now, because the map is almost finished. I'm only halfway done, unless the map is bigger than I think it is. Sometimes it happens, there's like added forks in the road.
Your pet is wounded. You can't do that.
Come on. 2 more pancakes. Wow, so much fire. So much fire. One more pancake. Okay, we got the pancake. Good XP on this map. I actually am surprised. I got more XP than I expected for this one. And that's without the boss queue. Let me just wait for this and let's go. Nope, nope. Okay. Maybe get some stuff for enchanting.
Your pet has arrived.
Greetings, insignificant.
It's always the blue enchanting essences that we run out of. I've never run out of, at least for the last few months, I've never run out of legendary and green. But with blue essences, I do run out of those. Because it consumes a lot more blue than legendary, obviously, for there's a reason for that. But when you get essences from the bundles, I don't think it's giving us equal ratio of blue versus legendary. And since we most of the time we would be we're not always enchanting legendary gear, meaning sometimes we're enchanting blue that doesn't consume legendary essence. At least most of the times before they made legendary gear drop with certain stats, I was mostly re-rolling blue weapons and shields and stuff. Right now I don't focus on the damage as much as utility. This extra cooldown for Imbue Relic is just amazing. If I were to start pushing the Fuzzier, I probably would switch to blue weapons and sacrifice that that cooldown, that 15 seconds. It will go down to 45 instead of 30, but that's still fine. At least I know I'm not gonna be pushing the Fuzzier anytime soon. Because it's just not fun. So I can use the items I like without worrying too much. Ideally I would get a very good Glacier's Edge instead of the Frost Mace. Instead of the North Mace. It would be nice if this game gets an auto cast option to make your hero automatically cast a skill as soon as it's ready to cast. Then things like the Glacier's Edge AoE spikes, those the same thing like the one I'm shooting now, but in all directions, but every few seconds because it has a cooldown. So I can make it auto cast as soon as it's out of cooldown without me having to press the button. That would be amazing, such an option. I don't remember which game had such an option. Was it Sacred? I think Sacred 2 had such an option. Maybe it was Dungeon Siege. I'm pretty sure one of the old school games had such an option. You could put certain skills on auto cast, and as soon as they are ready, your hero would cast it himself or herself or itself, depending on the hero. And that's a nice quality of life feature, auto casting certain things. When they don't have a cost, when they're an item granted skill that only has a cooldown, it makes sense to be able to do it. If it's something on a short cooldown like the Glacier's Edge active skill. Here we go. There we go. This one's clear. This side. We can move on to that side. I'm gonna spend a lot of time in this map though. I'm clearing this map as fully as I can. Because it's good density and I'm just walking around getting the XP piling up.
Your pet is hurting. You can't trust that.
I'm even considering getting some more movement speed and sacrificing some damage from items in the Legendarium. I can sacrifice the Doom Pipe and put Wanderer's Hood or a Winter Weave Boots. Oh, the Wanderer's Hood might be better. One extra charge of the movement speed bonus.
That spell cannot be cast.
Nice. That was good. Pretty melty.
That spell cannot be cast.
Come on. What's the time? 11:31. We've got like half an hour. I'm definitely gonna get 59. 60 is probably questionable if I can get it in half an hour. But even if I don't, I can get it tomorrow or maybe later after my dinner. Cause yeah, I'm gonna have my dinner around sometime around midnight. After giving this guy behind me his medicine and his dinner first. Although for him it's hardly dinner, he eats many times a day, a little bit here and there. Yeah, I can probably make it. It's close. It's few maps away. This map can get me to 59 for sure. Maybe even some more extra. One more map like this, maybe 2 more maps like this, and I can get 60. I can cheese it and not complete the map and redo it, like not kill the boss and redo it and re-enter, but I'd rather not use such tactics. That would guarantee that the map remains if I exit before the boss after clearing everything. There's not much left. Just a few enemies over here left, I think. This is nice. It's time to go back now to the boss room. And this boss should give me the level up. I think it's like 100 XP or so from the boss. I only need 70. Come on. Show yourself, bossy boss. Yeah, I think it's within reach. Level 60 is within reach for that half an hour. Sky is asleep anyway, so he's not gonna be bugging me for food until I wake him up. Let's keep swinging. Okay. Rail Knight Chausses. Not bad. This might end up becoming... No, the game crashed. The game crashed. Pretty nice time to crash. And Skunky says, hi Struck, what is the best quas for speed farming and the best one for pushing very high endgame at the dungeon? In my opinion, Railmaster with train builds, regardless whether it's Bane or Electrode or Flaming Destroyer, is very good for both of the things you said. Flaming Destroyer is kind of... it's kind of like a little bit more damage from skills, I think. And again, less damage from the minion, less damage from the train. The same goes for Electrode, but Electrode gives you movement speed, which might help you a little bit with speed farming compared to Bane and Flaming Destroyer. And Bane is better for defenses. It gives you more defense, it doesn't give you movement speed though. So there's that to consider. So I think this one I'm running right now is pretty good for speed running stuff. For pushing it's also good. You're just gonna have to focus more on the defenses from items. And then other things you could consider is Electrode on any hero, Flaming Destroyer on any hero is good as long as you build it the right way. As long as you have good items, you shouldn't have a problem. I would stay away from, if you want damage, stay away from Blood Drinker and Cold Heart and Bane, unless Bane is a Railmaster Bane with the train. Sky, stop scratching the green screen, Sky. I know he doesn't do it intentionally. I know he's just stretching his arms, his paws when he wakes up, and they just get stuck to the screen. He's watching my hand. Okay, Sky, let's not distract it. I can play with you later after the level up.
Wouldn't have been.
Let's do this one. Ah, it's ready. It's loaded.
You can't cast that spell here.
Okay, he's gonna play with me later.
You can't use that skill.
Come on. Oh, the game is... there we go.
Oh, I was hoping.
Oh, Plague Bearer, really? I don't feel like doing the Plague Bearer now, but I guess we have to.
Godlike.
Kill them before the bows spawn. No mobs, no bows. Let's keep swinging. this sound of that chair. There we go.
That spell cannot be cast. You can't cast that here. You can't cast that spell here. That spell can't be cast.
And even if you wanna make a build for speedrunning, keep in mind the game doesn't let you speedrun. See, it makes you stop, because some of the enemies just take a while to spawn. It's designed in such a way to counter speedrunning one way or another. So you either have to skip certain monsters or to wait for them to spawn. So it's not like your typical Path of Exile Chronicon type of speedrunning where the monsters are already spawned and you just move on, use a skill or two and then keep moving. Keep in mind right now I'm playing on normal. I don't switch to ridiculous until I'm level 60, just so it goes quicker. But this one would be fine when geared up, even on the higher difficulties. Obviously my gear is not that great, because my damage is like 7,000 on the weapon, and it's good to have it at least at 10,000 for for the beginning, and then later on you can try to get it to like 15, 16, 17, maybe even 18,000 at the end of the first year. 25, I'm not saying get 25,000 on a weapon, because you can't get as many sockets anymore. You never were supposed to, we never were supposed to be getting that many sockets, but I think 18, maybe 19,000 attack on a weapon is achievable, maybe with the 118% extra stats, because before you could get like 10, 11,000. That with the 118% extra stats should be kind of doable to get, but that's super hard to get. Weapon with 3 times flat damage and a socket. Good luck in getting that. Good luck in getting this. I mean, 2 times flat damage and crit chance, 2 times flat damage and crit damage with the socket is good enough as well. Or 2 times flat damage and 1 time skill levels to things like shotgun car or flamethrower car. Flamethrower car 3 levels together with 2 flat damages would be pretty good for this build, for example.
Oh, so tough. So
And gauntlet, maybe?
Your pet
No.
has arrived.
Okay, let's do this one then.
go wrong.
Quicksilver is good. I like Quicksilver maps when leveling up. Makes the whole thing go quicker. And thanks for asking this, because there might be some people who are lurking in the background and wanted to know this. But yeah, the cat was bored. He wanted to play. He's always up for a play. Always up. Now he immediately kind of got that look. As soon as he saw something moving, he immediately got that look. Oh, play, like play. Oh, play. Like let's play. That's his look. He likes to play a lot after eating. Normally he gets a lot of energy after feeding time. And that's when he wants to just run around, chase something. His favorite thing is to run from one end of the apartment to the other end of the apartment. And he tries to make you chase him. He doesn't like running for no reason. He doesn't understand the concept of fitness. But he understands the concept of playing. So if you chase him, he's gonna run. If you don't, sometimes he would run, sometimes he won't. Sometimes he would do it by himself. He would see all the doors open from my room to the hallway and from the hallway to the living room, and he would just run from one place to the other, but not all of the times. Normally he prefers for someone to chase him. He gets the zoomies. I love that word, zoomies, as a concept. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's when animals get that crazy modes when they run around. What's the time? 11:46. We've got 15 minutes. Can we catch up to the XP rate? We're kind of behind on the XP rate. Go get that boss. Just to speed up the leveling, I'm not gonna waste time opening pet cages. I don't think there's a pet I'm missing. Apart from the basic ones, which I just can always get by making new heroes and stuff.
Later. Oh, so tough.
Oh, dividing, yes, dividing goblins, and it's even infamous. He senses, he can sense even before you reach, even before I'm close, and he knows that my finger is there. And moves his tail. Like, it's like this far apart from it, this far from the tail, and he still senses that. Go this way first. Keep dividing, come on, keep dividing. Keep dividing and then multiplying. Let's see, what's here? A snack stick for good measure. Can't go on with a full day of farming without a snack stick drop for good measure. To remind us of the good old times where Snaku Stick was the king of drops. It's pretty nice how they made it so it no longer drops just Snaku Sticks and Storm Blades. Boom. Flame shot. Not sure what dropped, but it was something. Maestro sword for good measure. Should we get that XP here? That's a little bit of XP. Probably shouldn't have wasted my time coming here, but I'd rather see what awaits. Oh, nice. It wasn't all for nothing if there's some elites here. Now it's probably gonna despawn every enemy. Normally around this place in this map, something happens and it despawns everyone. Hope it doesn't happen, because there's still some unkilled enemies. Well, I'm close to 60, but I'm not gonna get it. I can get it later, after my dinner. I can log in for a bit. It depends what the next map will be and how much XP I'm gonna get from it and how quickly. But yeah, I need 2,300 XP. Let's say 2,000 XP is needed from the next map, because this one has a boss that's gonna give me like 100 or 90 or whatever it gives. I'm gonna run straight for the next map and send the pet to sell. Come on, Blinky boy. Blink. He's not blinking now even. Did they make him to not blink? Oh, blinked. There we go. Was wondering what's happening. Now he's blinking a lot.
You're up to the challenge? Went with the up.
So after this boss, one more map. And that's gonna be it. Most likely. Let's drink some water. It's not letting me use my flamethrower car and shotgun car. It's that bug. I'm pressing flamethrower and shotgun car. Pressing. It just doesn't trigger them. See, the boss died before I could even use, and I still can't use it, which is even weirder. Yeah, it's still not letting me use them. That's kind of an annoying bug. At least it still died, even without those active skills. See, now it lets me use them.
Yeesh. Seen it before. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What will it be?
I'm gonna do the goblins. As a final map, I'd rather do goblins. It's too risky with the shifting shackles. I could have gambled and it could have given me that Acrid Plains map. And with gearwork it would have been nice. But shifting shackles is just plain boring. They need to make it swap every 5 or 6 or 10 seconds at best. Even if they make it like every 15 seconds switch, it would be much better than the current one, where it's switching in such long intervals. I'm just gonna focus on the XP gains rather than the fame and the items.
That's very fast.
Okay. Right, moving on to some big fish. And the big fish died pretty quickly. Give me some more big fish, come on. The final map of the day, give me some more big fish. $1,300 more XP. I don't think I can get that much XP by the time I'm done with this. If after this map I need like 200 XP, I can just do a boss fight quickly and get it. But it's already midnight here. I can probably get another 400 XP including the boss from this map. Unless there's more champions, we'll see. Nice, green here. So this map I'm probably gonna end up having 5,200 at the end. Come on. Oh, we can do a boss rush or two to get 60, because it's like what, 400 XP more? That's 2 bosses, I think, or is it 3? I'd rather get 60. It's just so close. It's gonna be kind of not fun if I leave it this close to the level. Let's just rush some bosses.
Hey, if it isn't all what's their name. I've got one of those at home. You know, in the bottle.
Your pet is back.
Boy, that brings...
Would 2 bosses be enough, or would I need to do 3 bosses? Now that's the question here. I don't remember how much they gave, but I think they gave around 100 and something XP, less than 200. Maybe 170 or something like that.
That spell cannot be touched.
And again, I can't use my train skills for some reason. Still can't use my train skills for the same reason.
Another day, another dungeon. Again.
Guess it doesn't matter which one I do. Let's do this one. What's my XP now? 5,000, how many hundred? Yeah, I think I'm gonna need one more after this one, most likely. And I still can't use my train skills. I mean, this is just super BS. And this one didn't even seem to give me XP at all. Why didn't this give me XP? From 5,400 it remained 5,400. Yeah, I just want to get that level. Oh, there we go. I need 16 XP. 16 XP. This is just a joke. 16 XP. Come on. Okay, final boss run. Final boss run. Come on. Come on. Let's do this one. Wooker Jampoletti says, "Yo, struck my boy. Is the game waggy a bit today?" Yeah, it is. It is a bit. What should I say? It's desyncing a bit. Not just today. The past few weeks, it has been. Ever since around the Christmas holidays, it has been sporadically desyncing and. Yay, finally level 60. You're at level 239 Fazir with your version of Electrode Railmaster. Pretty nice. Yeah, Railmaster Electrode is pretty fun. Honestly, it is a nice combo. There are just so many ways you can build one. Well, at least I'm level 60 finally with this guy on day 3. How many hours did it take? Less than 9 hours altogether. Roughly, let's say 9 hours. From level 1, from creating the hero all the way to 60. So not so bad, but not the best. But definitely the whole story was the quickest I've done it. Like 5 hours for the story, from the beginning to the end of Act 3. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it from me today. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye from me.